Welcome to ReinaMoe's DIY and Designs. It's your girl ReinaMoe, and tonight we're going to be working on a ZGallorie project, which I've been doing here lately. And this ZGallorie project is going to be one of my favorites because I have always wanted a mirrored tray for drinks, a mirrored tray for my vanity, mirrored tray just to have in the kitchen. I think mirrored trays are beautiful. I also think they cost too much, especially when you can make them at a very, very reasonable price. So today the project is one of, I think, 3 that I'm going to end up making, 3 different types of mirrored trays. ZGallorie has one tray, I believe it's called the Abigail tray, and it is round, circular. So I bought some wood at my local Lowe's. And this particular wood, I was able to get round shape cut out of it, a square shape cut out of it, as well as the scrap, which left me with a nice size rectangle shape. That one is going to be a special one because I'm making it from scrap, but it's going to be gorgeous. And I'm going to use that one on the vanity in my bathroom. But anyway, this particular one that I saw at ZGallorie, and like I said, I believe it's called the Abigail tray. That one is $249.95. I'm going to be able to recreate that very, very closely, and it's going to be way under $20. Like I said, I was able to, for $3, I think, or maybe it was $5.60 something cents, I got a nice large piece of plywood, and that plywood I was able to get 2 circle pieces as well as 2 square pieces for the other tray that I'm going to make. And then, like I said, there was scrap left over. And from Hobby Lobby, I believe, I've shown this before, I think in a haul. This is a metal ribbon that I'm actually going to use to be having as my border around this particular tray. I have some nails here. It's called wire nails, number 17 by 1 inch, that are silver, that I'm going to be using to affix the ribbon to the wood plate. And then from Hobby Lobby, I got these bun feet, but they're actually toy wheel pieces. So, but I'm going to use them as bun feet. Now the trays at ZGallorie look like they probably have felt on the bottom because they look flat. But with this particular ribbon, I noticed that there is a little divot here with an opening, and I'm going to utilize that to my advantage. And instead of making a nail hole through the ribbon, I'm just going to use this hole that is provided through the ribbon to attach it to the base of the tray. So, having said that, that's why I'm going to be using this particular nail heads, but I'm going to give it a raised foot because there will be a little bit of overhang, which is fine because I think it's just going to add a nice touch of elegance to it. Okay, so how I'm going to start this is I'm going to open this ribbon, which I told you I got from Hobby Lobby. I'm going to put the links below to where you can purchase these items. They may or may not be affiliate links, but I'm going to start doing that because I get so many questions in the comments about where did you get your supplies, where did you find this, where did you find that. This particular ribbon was $7.99, but you know I use my coupons. So for less than $4, I have this beautiful, beautiful ribbon, and I'm going to open it up so that you can see exactly what it looks like. Please be very careful. I'll pick that up later. But look how beautiful that ribbon looks. It almost reminds me of something very Victorian. So when you see the name Abigail, which is on the ZGallorie's site, it's very reminiscent of those years because that's a very old name, but it's very pretty. So this is the ribbon that I'm going to be using, and I think it's absolutely gorgeous, and it is metal. So I'm going to leave it the color that it is, but you could spray paint it any color that you wish. Now the feet, being that they are wood and they're going to be underneath the tray, I'm going to affix them with hot glue, and then later on I'll go back and affix it possibly with epoxy. I'm going to do some research on wood glue that will be more permanent. I know that the hot glue isn't going to keep it on the tray as permanently as I would like, but just to get started, I'm going to affix the base to the little feet that I'm creating with these wheels. And I'm only going to do 3 because it's circle. And you can choose to have them look like little bun feet, which is very much reminiscent of that time. I actually have antique furniture that has bun feet. Or you can flip them over. I purchased these little pegs that will actually fit in here to give it a little bit of a round effect. But for this particular tray, I'd rather have the bun feet, so I'm just going to adhere it to the base with the scalloped edge facing the base. Now what you want to do is look at each side of your wood to see which one you would actually like to be shown as your base and which side you are actually going to affix the mirror to. And I'm going to go with this darker brown. For some reason the plywood, it's darker on this side. I'm going to affix the feet to the darker brown side because this is going to be the bottom for me. So I'm just going to take my glue gun and apply some hot glue all to the spaces that I think are going to come into contact with the base. Be very careful when you are working with this. You are more than welcome to use a ruler to measure out where it is that you want your bun feet to be attached to your base. Me, I'm just going to eyeball it because I know I need a triangle. And then I'm just going to go ahead and attach it. And like I said, the hot glue, it's just temporary because I'm going to end up going back again and finding, once I've done my research, and find out which glue will be more permanent. But for the time being, the hot glue is going to do the job for us. Also, if you want to paint the base, you can do that. I may end up going ahead and painting the bottom, but I do like this wood color, but I may end up painting the feet. And if I do, it'll end up being hand painted with probably an acrylic paint. Okay, these have now been affixed. Now I'm going to flip it over. And I see that it's very, very nice and it's even. And that looks really cute. So the next step that I'm going to do is go ahead and start affixing the ribbon to the base. So in order to do that, I'm going to kind of measure so that I can snip the ribbon in the right place with my wire snips, which I forgot to actually bring over here, so I'm going to end up having to stop the camera to go and get that shortly. But for right now, you can watch and see what I'm doing. I'm just measuring out to where I think that the ribbon needs to be cut. And I'm going to make sure that I've got a nice snug feeling, and this is a really nice place where I can go ahead and I can make that cut. So what I'm going to do is pause the camera and come back with the snips and have cut this ribbon, and when I come back I'll show you what it looks like. So I got my handy dandy snips, which these are wire cutters. They're from South Wire. I ordered these on Amazon, so I'll have that link down below. Like I said, I got these from Hobby Lobby. I got this from Hobby Lobby, and I got this from Lowe's. I don't remember where I got the nails from because truth be told, I have had these nails forever. And this is from the Dollar Tree. You know, I'm a Dollar Tree girl. So anyway, I've gone ahead and I have snipped the wire ribbon, metal ribbon. And now I'm going to affix it to the base. So you can do it one of many ways. You can use your hot glue gun to go around and put little dots here and there and affix the ribbon to the base. And that will hold for a little while, but you know it won't be 100% secure. You may want to use hot glue like I'm going to, just to get it started, and then start actually nailing the ribbon to your base. It's however you want to affix it. If you want to use epoxy, you could do that. If you want to try E6000, you could do that as well. And because it's wood and metal, it should adhere and make a nice permanent seal. But I'm going to give it the good old college try and use it the old-fashioned way with hammer and nail. Because we know hammer and nail works very well with wood and with tin. So I'm going to go ahead and put a dot of the hot glue here on the base of the wood. Just a small little dot. And be very careful because we know hot glue can burn. And then I'm going to just hold where I'm going to be nailing it into that hot glue. And that's just to get it started so that I can use both of my hands, one to hold the nail and the other one to hammer. And then when I come back, I'm going to do that all the way around the base, affixing it with the nails. And then when I come back, I'll show you how that finally looks. So here is what it looks like with the ribbon affixed all the way around. And like I said, I'm going to leave it this silver color. I'm not going to spray paint that. So the next step would be, if I'm going to go ahead and paint the base of the feet, and I've decided that yes, I am going to go ahead and do that. So what I've decided is I am going to use some acrylic paint, and I'm just going to make this white. So when we come back, I'll show you how I do that. So with my handy dandy brush that I got in this package of brushes, I love this package of brushes because it gives you such a huge variety for $4.99. You won't need any other brushes for a very long time. I'm going to use this taupe color and possibly mix in a little bit of pearl white here on a paper plate, just so that I can paint the bun feet. So let me just put a little bit of this. They call this color taupe, but it is such a beautiful color. It has a little hint of silver and gold in it. And then just because I want to lighten it up, I'm going to put a little bit of the white pearl in it. And then I'm just going to mix this up, and I'm going to go ahead and paint. This is just, it's really a pretty color. It's almost like pewter, the color. Oh, just very pretty. I don't know if you can see that, but that is just really, really pretty. Very antique-y. And I'm just going to use that to paint. Now one could use the little plugs, if you will, to fill in the hole, but I actually think that it gives it character. So I'm not going to use that on this project, but I will be using it on one of the other trays. This tray is very romantic, but for $250, that's ridiculous when you can have it for less than $20. One thing that I wanted to share with everybody, whenever you nail into this particular plywood, I got the lightest plywood that I could because I was carrying this through the store, and I'm not the strongest person, and I didn't have my Boo Bear with me at the time. So it's thin. So when you're nailing it, try and get shorter nails than what I got. I'm gonna have to start taking my time whenever I'm in the hardware store and learn more about those particular types of tools, only for the reason that when I do projects like this, I don't want to have to just use whatever's left over from a picture hanging project that I completed, or leftover nails from something that, you know, the kids or Paul wanted to put together and they didn't use all of the parts when they probably should have. I just want to be better versed in that type of thing, because you know certain types of nails and screws work better with certain types of projects. And if I'm going to continue to do these DIYs with you guys and for you guys, I want to make sure, like I said, that I'm well versed in it and that we create together something that is permanent and beautiful and functional, and we've used the best products that we could to create that. I also wanted to let you guys know, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. But for my subscribers, I've noticed that a lot of YouTubers are having problems with their subbies being able to see and know when they have new uploads because of the new algorithm changes with YouTube. So when you subscribe, there's a bell that comes up after you've subscribed, and if you click that bell, it will let you know whenever a new upload for that particular channel has been made. It's called the notifications bell. So please, all of my subscribers, if you're watching this, please double check next to your subscribe button that your bell has little hash marks on each side of it, like little parentheses, to let you know that the bell will ring whenever there's a new upload. That'll let you know that you've got a notification that I've came up with something else and I've uploaded a new video. So I just wanted to make sure that I let you guys know that. And I'm just touching the tops of these bun feet again. That is just so pretty. So pretty. It's a silvery gold color, just beautiful. But it's called taupe. How pretty. I almost want to paint the bottom of this tray, but I'm not going to. I'm going to fight that urge. Try to work neat and carefully as well. Okay. So look how beautiful that color is on those bun feet. So our next thing is to absolutely let it dry. I bet you thought I was going to put that down while it's still wet. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and let those feet dry, and then I'm going to attach the mirror, and then you'll see the final result. And it's going to be gorgeous. Forgive me, y'all, this is a different day because I had to spray paint this and allow it to dry. And this day my shoulder's giving me some trouble, so if I know I look really bad, but I know I told you that we were going to spray paint, which you saw me paint with the brush, these discs that I affixed to the base of the tray. So I took the tray outside and I spray painted it with this hammered metal spray paint. And that's just to give it a little bit of a base so you don't see the wood through the sides of the mirror, because when I traced the mirror on the wood and had my neighbor help me cut it out, we cut it out along the line of the mirror, and we should have cut on the inside of the line, so it's a little bit, just a smidge larger than the mirror, but that's okay. It's going to be fine for what I'm using it for. Also, this metal ribbon was a kind of a galvanized shiny silver, and I wanted to mute that galvanized shine down, because when things are galvanized they kind of have a silvery blue color, and I didn't want that bluish tint that was on here. So I've just gone through and I've spray painted the tray ahead of time. That's had plenty of time to go ahead and dry. And now I'm going to use my mirror adhesive with the caulk gun on the inside of the tray. And when we come back, I'll show you what it looks like once I have added this here Loctite glue. So as you can see, I've added some of the glue, caulk, putty, whatever you want to call it, that I have in the caulk gun to the base, and then the little bit that was left over, I just put it on the back of the mirror. And then I'm just going to place the mirror inside the tray and line it up so that not one side of the wood shows more than the other, since there's a little bit of room for a gap. Making sure that I adjust ever so slightly to minimize that. And then I'm just going to press down. And then I'm going to use my trusty handy dandy weight, which is my good old garage sale box. It has nice weight to it, especially since I've got coins in it. And I'm just going to set that here and then set this aside and give it time to dry. And when we come back, I'm going to show you the finished product of the square one that I've completed already. Ladies and gentlemen, so this particular tray is one that I completed obviously off camera, and it's my answer to the ZGallorie Roman numeral tray, which they charge $179.95 for, and I've created it for less than 20 bucks, a little over $15. And as we all know, the number 10 in Roman numerals is X's, and that's what this ribbon provides. Now this ribbon again was galvanized, and I wanted it to be gold, but I didn't want it to be a bright brassy gold, so I kind of allowed the spray to hit it in an overcast method so that it's just a little hint of gold, and you can still see some of the silver shine through, but it's not that galvanized bluish gray color. And then I've attached the mirror to it so that you can see it's a beautiful mirrored tray. I've also on the bottom gone ahead and I've put a little bit of the same paint that I used here on the bun feet, which I've put the little end caps in because I just thought that they were so cute. And I just really love how it turned out. I know my face may not look all that enthusiastic, but I'm hurting pretty bad right now. But this is how this one turned out. And then the next one, it's not 100% dry yet, but I'll show you how it looks as well. I'm going to just remove my weight from it. And it needs to be clean, so I'm going to pause it and come right back after I've cleaned it. So here are the two trays. Here's my silver one, which I'm going to go ahead and flip it over. And you're going to see the beautiful, nice, natural wood that's at the base. I see that a couple of the nails, when I nailed it through, came through on the bottom, but I'm not really worried about that because nobody's really going to be looking at the base of this. And then I did paint the bun feet that I left. And I may go back over and go ahead and paint the bottom, but as of right now, I'm okay with it. And here you can see that I have a definite silver and I have a definite gold tinged, two different colored trays. This particular tray, and I will insert a picture of it with the name. I can't remember the name of it, but this particular tray was $199.95, so $200 for this particular tray, and my answer to it is less than $20. That's like 90% off. Then we have the Roman numeral tray. I think this one was called the Circa tray. Then we have the Roman numeral tray that was $180, basically $179.95, and we've also made this for under $20. I even want to venture to say that it was less than $17. So we have just created some beautiful pieces at good sizes, mirrored trays that would cost in the hundreds of dollars, and we didn't even break 50, let alone $40. So I'm very, very ecstatic about that. This particular tray I'm using on my my table in the den, and this tray I haven't decided exactly where I'm going to use it, but we'll probably use this upstairs in the bar area. And then I'm going to create with another ribbon that I've found on Amazon, a tray that's rectangular, that's about the size of the table, so a very long tray. I'm going to use that in my beauty area on the vanity in my bathroom. So anyway, I just wanted to thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like it, share it, comment, definitely subscribe. Also, keep in mind that when you do subscribe, to click the little bell. That way it lets you know whenever it is that I do another tutorial upload. And also on that, when you are watching videos of your favorite YouTubers, make sure you look in the bottom where the descriptions are to make sure that it's actually from their channel. I've been hearing a lot, and one particular subscriber of mine informed me that there are a lot of YouTubers that are having problems with individuals stealing their content and putting it on their site. So if you look at the description, you should be able to see ReinaMoe's DIY in a design, or if you're watching my other channel, ReinaMoe's World TV. If you don't see that, then it's not my channel and it needs to be reported to YouTube, and I would appreciate it if you did that. And also, you can definitely comment and let me know if somebody else is using my content or any other subscribers, any other YouTubers' content. Also, I am going to be putting, which I'm learning how to do that, putting the websites of where you can find these supplies, of where I purchased them from, or if I can find it somewhere else cheaper. I put that down in the descriptions now, so if anybody wants to make these DIYs, they can, and it'll be easier for them because they can just click it and buy it online, or feel free to go to the stores to purchase your supplies. But I can tell you, you will not find these ribbon in Hobby Lobby because they weren't there inside the stores. I found them online, and I found them again recently on Amazon. So I'm going to go ahead and put those links down below in the description box. And I really am going to try my best to learn how to use these iCards in the next few tutorials that I have, because I would really like to link things together so it'll be easier for my subscribers, or even just for the people who enjoy watching and DIYs, so they can look at my playlists or look at different things that I've created that they may be interested in creating. So, having said all of that, have a wonderful evening. Bye.